What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on, family? Y'all good? Cool. Stick around here and wait for some folks to jump on in. Jump on in. Jump on in. It is car show season, baby. It is Chicago Auto Show car show season. Yeah. Then wait for some folk to jump on in. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's going on, family? What is the word? What is the word? Man, we got some good conversation tonight, man. We're going to get into some of this Chicago Auto Show topic. I have you guys probably know, man, we talk about this all the time. We have a tendency, at least these bros and cars, man, we looking at cars all the time. And one of the things I wanted to do was flip it up a little bit, and we'll get into that later on, man. We're going to get into some of the finds that I ran across and bring a trailer. I want to get somebody else's opinion, man. I found a few of them that I end up saving, thinking if there was a few cars that I like to get my hands on, this would be a nice hit. What's going on, bro? Why you gotta clown me like that, man? I think I'm so with the new setup. I gotta tell you. So with the new setup, I went from 2 screens to 1 screen. What's that mean, man? So I had 2 screens. If you're looking down on them, and I just want to give you some perspective because I'm feeling it too. I'm feeling like I'm a little bit too close. You dig? So I have 2 screens that used to be, if you're looking down, like 2 screens like this, pointing down, like on an angle like this, and they used to sit further back with the camera in the middle. Now I got 1 screen that does this. It curved. It don't go far enough back. And the camera sitting on top of the screen, I feel like it's too high. So I move it in front of the screen and I feel like it's so close. If there's any way I can adjust this thing back to push back a little bit, I swear I would. I swear I would. Thanks for the observation, big bro. And I do want to holler at you too. I'm gonna probably hit you up, man. You got to hit me up. Let me know what day and time is a good time to hit you up, D. I want to holler at you. What's going on, Mr. Willie Brown in the building? Let's let y'all know what I'm talking about here. Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to slide back and not be so close. I'm gonna try this, man. Try not to be too close on y'all like that. Mr. Willie Brown, good evening, sir. How are you doing today? What's the word? What's the word? Yeah, man. I'm working on this new setup, bro. We're gonna get it together. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to get it together. I'm definitely gonna try to get it together because yeah, man. It's part of the fun part of I try to get this setup that works best, especially for doing multitasking. I like the two screens that I had before, but it was a challenge because I'm running a Mac now. It was a challenge running three separate things on three separate screens. You know anything about Mac, man? Mac only like to share off of one unless you have a separate device, man. Let's see these cars. Oh, I know you ready for this one, man. I think these are some heat, man. I think these in my opinion, I like, you start seeing some of the same old, same old. For some reason, I think I'm missing one that I wanted to share because I thought the price was I thought was incredible. Um, yeah, I don't see it, man. I do not see it. Now, all of these cars are oh nope, it's still in here. Let me see if the price still holding. It's a little higher than what I think what I thought it would be and where I think it should be. Um, because I don't. It's well. Let me just say it's bring a trailer prices. Bring a trailer have a tendency, the prices to be, people running prices up like they think they really doing something, man. And on the average day, you can get some of these cars for a fraction of the price that you can get on Bring a Trailer. Some of them are holding at decent prices, especially for what they are. Um, some might be a little higher than what I think they should be, but that's just me. That's just me. And some of them just seem pretty close and pretty spot on. This one seemed like it might be a little low. Look at the miles again. That's probably about right. Blessed and highly favored. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, how y'all doing this week, man? This has been cruising this week, man. Been slow business wise. Ain't been a lot of activity. Um, not a lot of clean executions. I was able to see in trading, so I haven't been really diving too deep into that. Just to let you guys know, especially from that perspective, um, I have gotten to a point where I'm trying not to feel like I need to trade every day. Like I'm trying to force something to happen that don't need to happen. I found myself doing that. And even though I tell myself you don't have to trade every day, sometimes I'm like, oh, this look like it. Oh, but it's the wrong mentality, man. So I'm working on that. We getting better at pushing away from this keyboard and feeling like I need to be clicking buttons. Even if it's just a small amount of money, it also can be a small amount of a loss that I don't want to sacrifice. So it's different when it's on the other side, man. It's livelihood now. I can't be messed around. It's livelihood. You gotta make better decisions. I've been blessed enough to be in this to a point where, especially with my own money, I haven't blown any accounts. I've blown some prompt verb accounts, but I'm in a whole different mindset when it comes to those now too. I'll probably get off into that a little bit later, but um, it maybe not. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We might get into that. Um, I think I might have to save some of this for, especially some of this trading stuff. I'm thinking about doing something different with the trading stuff on a different channel. Yeah, I've been learning some pretty cool things that I think will be helpful to other people. So, especially if you're interested into this other line of business. Um, yeah, man. I'm looking at myself, D. I hate that I feel like I'm taking up the whole screen. I swear I can't wait for somebody. If somebody come back in, man, it can make my head a little bit smaller. I will be the big head dude on the screen, man. Sitting up there like I got a lot on my mind. You dig? I'm gonna get to the cars, man. I'm gonna get to the cars for sure. Um, and it's gonna be one of them things, man. I want to get y'all opinion too. I know Willie Brown, you down. I know Willie Brown will be in this one 110%, man. But I like to get y'all opinion too. What do you think? And I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cars, and I'll be interested in probably y'all top three, if not top 5, but top 3. What's going on? Reggie in the building. Lefty in the house. The enforcers here. What's going on, Lefty? How you doing, brother? And I'm sorry, Lefty. I'm gonna be showing a couple of calls, man. Ain't got no G bodies in there. I apologize. I know how passionate you are about your G bodies, brother. There's no G bodies on the list. I apologize. Got some old schools, but no G bodies. Yeah, some of these are just. I just felt like they were gems, man. Especially I think some of these fall within gems, excuse me. But some of these were like gems in my day, like major gems in my day. Like some of these were cars that I wish I had back in the day. Some of them I wanted. Um, some of them are built real nice. It's got some heat in here, man. It's got some heat. Well, nope, sure didn't, man. I had some technical difficulties that I had to work out, but it's going out this week. I promise you. I had some challenges, bro. I had some challenges. I ain't trying to stall you out. I promise, Lefty. If you have to call me and hit me in the head about something, but I got you, man. I got you. I haven't forgotten about you. I swear I haven't. Everything is sitting back over here. We just haven't had a chance to make a move. I know you like all cars, Lefty. I ain't taking it away from you, but you have your preference, especially when things start getting confusing. You know, you settle back and say, hey, man, just get yourself a G body. Why sweat? Yeah, man, we're going to get it together. Don't sweat it, bro. I got you. I actually, and I think part of it is I was supposed to be sending out multiple packages. That's the thing. I'm supposed to be sending out multiple packages, and I didn't want to do the back and forth. And I wanted to get the other ones together first and then have everything go out at the same time, man. IS in the building. What's going on, IS? I saw you made it down there to the auto show, bro. Man, I wish you would have put in. As a matter of fact, man, and I thought about it after the fact, and I apologize. Man, I could have got you in on Media Pass too. I could have brought you in under my Media Pass, man. Them them prices of G bodies, man, for real. You talking even without a motor. You can have a rolling chassis with nothing in it, no motor, no transmission. It's gonna hit you in the head for over 5 figures, especially if it's clean. Especially if it's clean. Yeah, IS man. I wish you would. Wish it was my first time going in on a media pass. I did not know all what I was able to do, and I learned literally last minute when I brought Ray in on the media pass. So Ray came down with me, and after I put his in, I saw that it was telling me I could still bring somebody else under my media pass, and I really wish I would have done it. What up, bro? What's going on, man? How you doing, man? Yo, yo, yo. What's the word, brother? You get down there to that auto show? Man, what's going on, bro? Man, when we get into this cold weather season, man, you know, people that you used to seeing at these shows, you don't see them. Right? So it's cool under this platform, at least for me, where I get to, get to connect with some of these cats again, man, while we on lockdown in these houses. No, not yet. Are you planning on going? There was some gems there, man. I like it. I enjoyed what I got a chance to see, man. I did a video. My video it's gonna go out tomorrow. So I finished editing it today. I had some voiceover that I needed to do, and some cleaning up, a few little knickknacks that I wanted to knock out in that video. But I have a video going out tomorrow. I thought it was decent, man. I thought it was decent. I had a good time. Real talk. Still, the I, it's like, how can I explain this, man? It's like gas prices, right? When gas was, you know, a dollar and some change, when it shot up to two and hit three, everybody was frustrated. It stayed there long enough, man. You just got used to it. And up here, Illinois, I got two cars that take 93. I'm paying $4 and some change in most cases, right? You just get used to it. So the argument for me was my first couple of car shows up here, man. It was two sides of the building filled with cars. It was crazy. It was a ton of cars. When they closed out one half of that and it was only on one side, it felt like I was getting robbed because the prices wasn't going down. Although I was going in using military discount, still, nonetheless, I felt like what I wanted to see wasn't being shown. They cut it in half. Cut in half wasn't just fewer cars by all dealers. Man, no, there was a ton of dealers that pulled out of the Chicago Auto Show. I don't know why. I do not understand why, but there's a lot of car makers, man, major brands that pull out of the Chicago Auto Show, and I don't get it. I don't understand why. Um, this year it was wasn't everybody. It was a nice little crew. For the most part, some of the typical ones just have crazy real estate like Subaru. Subaru always bring in a whole park, right? Subaru bring a whole park to the event, man. And then who else have a real big footprint? I think Ford had a pretty decent footprint, and then Stellantis, of course, will have a really really big footprint. That was the biggest ones when it came to automakers. They had the largest. No, 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 no. That's a lie. Chevy also had a really big footprint. And it was kind of subdivided. They had all these sports cars in one place. They had the SUVs and trucks in one place, and then they dropped EVs in pretty much in one area. Jeep represented. Jeep was there. I went on their little demonstration. So the Jeep was there. They brought some stuff out, right? Um, I don't know if it's because I've been kind of I don't know if I pushed back from Jeep after getting away from Liberty or what, but it was underwhelming in a sense, like what they brought out. They brought out some interesting vehicles, but it was Jeep. You know what I mean? It wasn't. You know, I felt like it was some repeats and things like that. They had some decent stuff out there, and I don't know if I just didn't give it a true stab at it, should I say? But they had a presence for the most part. They had a presence. Stellantis, their whole section was pretty deep, big and deep. They had a lot of course, with Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, Fiat, Alpha, Ram. They had a big section, right? Same old stuff for the most part. In my opinion, I felt like a lot of it was same old. Dodge brought out the new Challenger, and the four door was I'm assuming is a Charger. I don't know if it's considered a four door Challenger. Sadly, I didn't even pay attention hard enough. I did review and sit in the cars and looked at them. I appreciate what they did. The new look, the new styling on the inside was pretty dope. Those are some nice cars, man. I like the way they look. Um, I believe, especially the coupe would be a great daily. It gives you, especially in the Midwest or anywhere, it gives you the pleasure or the benefit of having all-wheel drive when you need it, and also rear-wheel drive when you don't need all-wheel drive, which is your gas-saving mode and also your fun mode. That little straight 6-cylinder twin turbo, I think, is in direct competition with all the B58s. I think it's going to be competing with the M4s, M5s, all of the I40s. It's yeah, it's. I think it's perfect for that. I think it's the perfect competition for BMW. Quite interestingly, because I think BMW have taken that space that Dodge used to have in social media, or when it came to the rave of cars, BMW is running pretty hard right now. They're everywhere. Like, you see tons of people, and you see that subtle shift right now. I'm seeing it, at least from the car guys that I watch. Everybody was building BMWs. They went from building BMWs, and now you're starting to see this subtle shift to Porsche, right? They still running these BMWs though. BMW is heavy. BMW boys are serious, all the little pop, 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 way too heavy. I think it's because of the power that it brings. It challenges the weight that it has, and I'm sure that, um, yeah, you can't really get away from that, huh? It really is a heavy vehicle. I think it's going to play well to, its the ride factor, and maybe from a comfort perspective, that weight does help. But again, it's still, I think it lends itself as a good daily driver, really good daily driver. Um, I still believe, especially with guys like Roger from not Roger, but Cetera, actually, opening that thing up and get more power out of it. The power to weight may be a little bit off, but it's still scooting, especially with an all-wheel drive launch. They are heavy, man. And the only thing I didn't like about that car was, so they use the same platform for the EV with this one. EV has a ton of batteries underneath. Uh, it doesn't have true footwells. It feels real flat. It feels real flat on the inside. It feels like, especially for a car, we used to getting in these cars that's real close to the ground, right? And usually you get in these cars that's real close to the ground, your feet are forced to, you got to sit out a little bit. This is not a car that's close to the ground, but you're still getting in it and feel like you're stretching out because your feet, there's no real wells in the feet wells. And where you get it when you get in the car. So the foot wells are not really deep. They're real shallow because of the batteries that are usually there underneath in the EVs, and they didn't change it. Interestingly enough, they didn't change it in the in the four door either. Those footwells are real shallow, man. Real shallow. 5 years old. There was some interesting things at the show, though. There was some interesting things at the show, and I think it's also with perspective. I to some degree, I agree, because there's not a lot of change in a lot of cars. A lot of the cars, you saw a lot of familiarity in the cars that you saw there. There was some outliers that stood out. Like any other car show that I go to, I did not look at everything, because everything, I don't believe everything earned it. Like, there was some cars that, just like, uh JD said, man, DJ said, it's the same old, same old. So why am I gonna walk through here and show you stuff that you can see every day, all the time? To me, that's a waste of everybody's time. I don't want to put that on the channel. I'd rather show you some stuff you probably are not going to see that often, are not that commonly seen, right? You may hear about them, but you haven't seen them. You know what I mean? Like, although we ran out when we got there was a Challenger EV in the parking lot. I didn't see, and I didn't know. I don't know if I didn't notice it or I just didn't see it. But there wasn't one in the auto show. Like they had, interestingly enough, one of the most interesting things I've seen, and there was a few, but this was one that I thought was quite interesting. Chrysler Pacifica. There was a Chrysler Pacifica that was giving strong SUV vibes. It was lifted, big tires. It was called Bear Track, I think it was. I can't remember exactly. Bear Tech or something like that. I can't remember. Um, but it was giving strong SUV vibes, and this was a Pacifica, right? Um, and the only thing it was missing, in my opinion, was a Hellcat motor. You see, some people have taken that Pacifica and they took it to the next level. Imagine having that level of power along with agility in an SUV. I mean, in a minivan. Oh, you talking SUV in a minivan? Next level, absolute next level. Rather see a Mr. 75 Caprice car show or car meet in Schaumburg. I agree, and it's for me. It's chasing down what was new. I'm trying to see what's new. I'm trying to see what's popping, what's the latest. If I had to go during the general time when everybody there, I would rather go to a Mr. 75 Capri show. I definitely would rather go one of wine shows than that. Or any other car meets, tons of other car meets, because it's a different kind of crowd, man. When you go media date, man, I'm not stumbling over people. I don't have to wait for somebody to get out of my way or worry about people just killing your shot because they don't care about what you're doing. They only care about what they want to see. It was different during the media day. Not very much, man. Most of them got the same style as you seeing today, like Chevy, Dodge. I'm sorry, Ram. Like they're bringing back the TRX. They're bringing back the TRX. But when you go on the inside of that truck, it looks the same as the other TRX. This is rocking 777 horsepower, right? But it's not that much different. Not from an appearance perspective. No, it isn't. Hmm. Um, it could have a little bit. I think social media for me, when it comes to cars, are teasers. It makes you want to see some. It makes me want to see it in person, right? For those who are away, like there's some of the things like the concourse in Florida or Car Week in California, the concourse in was it upstate up there near you, the one in the Carolinas, things like that I can't get to. I might watch some of it just so I can see some of the cars, but ultimately I want to see them in person. My goal is next year is to be able to hit all these are the major, these are the ones that got 100-point cars. Like this is that's the real deal, right? Those are the ones that I want to hit. I want to hit badly. And then just some of the car shows that I've seen and cars and car that I've seen online and social media that I would love to be able to experience in person. It's just, I think social media is the tease, man. Especially when I think beyond what I'm seeing sometimes. I think way beyond what I'm seeing. 4x4. That would be nasty. Especially, I think that, Dodge should drop something like that. I don't know what keeps them from doing so. I don't know if it's an engineering, just the engineering dynamic, not having to wait on the rear. No, I don't even think that should be an issue. A sport truck would be dope coming out of Ram, especially having that Hellcat motor, not having someone else have to do it as a modification to a truck. Why not have it just come like that? I say the same about Chevy. I think Chevy should come out with another SS, and throw that LT1 or modified version of that LT1 or updated version of that LT1 in there, LT4, excuse me, or even more so, they can go through the LT5 in there. Why not? Put a stance on it, put some nice suspension on it, lower it, or give it a car type ride. Allow that thing to put some nice wide, meaty tires on the back so it can at least try to grab the earth with the lack of weight on the back, or work on doing engineering perspective that balance out the weight on all full corners. Pull that motor back closer into the cab so that you try to center the weight more. Take a truck and put a sport truck like that and put a transaxle on the back of it so you can distribute weight better. There's tons of things that you can do to try to change that geometry a little bit, but give that truck a fighting chance. I mean, come on, you got to think. An SS is probably not going to be used as a work truck. Probably not. Probably not. Just saying. Ford's letting you build some of these trucks like that too. Ford will let you put a Lightning motor in there or a Coyote in there, supercharged. You can build a truck like that from Ford. All-wheel drive. Launching hard like you would not believe. Don't have to be 4x4, but all-wheel drive. I don't think you're gonna take it off road. It's too low. It's too low. Although, and I said this before, although, I got that X6, X5, excuse me. M, it is not an off-road vehicle. Number one, it doesn't have the clearance. Not by any means. I wouldn't drive that thing in the valley. I think there's too many ruts and unlevel ground that I will be tearing up the bottom of that truck if I try to take my truck down in my valley. The Jeep went down there no problem, but it had the clearance. It set real high. A buddy of mine drove his truck down there. It set high. It had the clearance. A buddy of mine drove his Jeep down there. It set high. It had the clearance, right? Yeah. I don't think it's worth it, man. I'm not taking that chance. Not with that thing. I tear the bottom of that thing up or tear the front bumper up or the valance or whatever. Man, no, it wouldn't be fun. Would not be fun. But I can see that as a build. It should be something, I agree. I believe it should be something that comes from the factory. Should be something that comes from the factory. Got a chance to see the new Prelude. I was a Honda Prelude fan growing up. I thought those cars were dope. Got the chance to see the new Prelude, and it looks good. It looks very good. Looks real, real good, man. I think they did a good job with that. I think they did a real good job with that. What else did I see that I thought was attention grabbing? The RTR. RTR was fire. What's going on, bro? Do I think muscle car sales are down? Yes. I think they are, man. I mean, I think there's a reason why Camaro has disappeared. I think it's a underlying, well, no, I don't think it's a complete underlying reason when it comes to Dodge and their products. But for some reason, the pony cars have taken a hit a bit. You know what I mean? The only one that's kind of hanging in there pretty strong is Mustang. I don't know how, but they are. right? But Mustang is also maintaining high power bands with their cars. Chevy was still maintaining high power bands, but Chevy, for some reason, closed the door on Camaro. Camaro, I thought, was still an incredible platform. Although great platform, it still had trouble competing with Ford. Ford brought a monster to the table that I don't believe that the ZL1 was able to handle. Not with that Ford GT. With the new Dark Horse, I think the Camaro could have brought some challenge to that car. I don't know how much challenge to the track it would have brought because Ford invested in that car. They put a lot of money into suspension and making that thing track worthy because their goal was to compete with Porsche on the track, right? But then they did something else. They threw a supercharger in a Dark Horse. That thing is nasty. They had so much carbon on that car. Of course, it's a show car. Man, but the carbon was beautiful. So much carbon on that car. Um, I did see some video of that car out on a track, and it's nasty. It is nasty. They did a great job with that car. I'm not gonna hold you. They did a really great job with that car. And I think that's the challenge. It still exists. I mean, so yeah, so when you there's your challenge, right? So muscle cars, pony cars were V8. V8, they had to be V8s, right? Um Challenger was a muscle car. Is it still a muscle car now that it's got a straight six? It doesn't meet the criteria. It's almost like, but the criteria changes so much, right? Growing up, I remember a car that back in the day, it had to be considered a supercar. It had to do over 500 horsepower. That changed. They started tweaking that to it had to be mid-engine, and then it had to be this, that, and the other. And then that changed. To from mid-engine to it had to be foreign. Like, make up your mind, right? You constantly want to control the narrative of what you believe a supercar is. I think that's no different than what they're going to do with the term muscle car. But that it does challenge me to call that Challenger a muscle car when it doesn't fit within that same. It fit more in the tuner world than it does in the muscle car lane. And the only one that sits right now in that lane that are making new is Ford. That's the only one that has, in my opinion, what would be considered a muscle car. Yeah. Well, and sports cars, another thing, another category, in my opinion, that so sports cars is it can fall within a vague space, right? Like um the new Nissan Z, that could be considered a sports car, no different than um a Porsche Boxster sports car. So many cars can fall within that realm or in that space of sports car. Um the new Prelude can be considered a sports car. Sports car, you generally didn't take away, you didn't categorize a sports car from uh it wasn't categorized by the size of the motor. It was the power that it made, power to weight, right? And in some cases, sports cars had to have a manual. I don't know why, but it did back in the day, right? To be considered a sports car. And the automatics, they call them GT cars or Grand Touring cars. So many categories. So frustrating. But Mustang, in my opinion, is still a sports car. The Vet is still a sports car. It's a GT car. It's still a sports car. If that makes sense. It's weird. Used cars, i.e., I'm talking about perhaps used cars, i.e., Camaro ZL1. Absolutely. Like, so they still exist, of course, right? They're still out there. Camaros, Mustangs, Dodge Chargers, Challengers. These cars are still considered, in my opinion, muscle cars. Right? They're the cars, even the older 70 models of those cars are still considered muscle cars, right? And I only misconstrued Ty because I was thinking about what's probably still being made, right? But yeah, they still exist. They still exist. I still love that car. I still think that car looks like it's about to transform and stand up every time you see a ZL1 just sitting there looking beautiful. I love those cars, man. Funny thing is, the role is a reverse. Yeah. Starting to. It's starting to reverse big time, bro. The Germans, man. Yes, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Because you start talking about there now are some they're German muscle cars. And in my list, I have what I believe is considered a German muscle car, one of the German muscle cars. I have an old school muscle car in there also. I have I have a couple of cars that was considered sports cars, didn't have big power, but in their day they were considered that big time. So no, I think they're out there. They still got Camaros. And I'm sure if Omar was in there, he'll absolutely say I have a muscle car, bro. Yes, sir. He's trying to build a muscle car that beats supercars. And I get it. I get it. Right? Nothing wrong with that. I think they still exist because, of course, those cars are still here. Unfortunately, the future of those cars have changed. And I think that's what Willie Brown was alluding to. The future of those cars. It looked quite different. Because we have the things that we have cars that are coming out of Mercedes and out of BMW and even Audi that's still out there that doing their thing that rivals most muscle cars. Now, every last one of those Germans, man, they got these screws, these little head dryers on them called turbos, which flips the script on to some degree some of the typical muscle cars that did not have forced air. They were just all motor. And one of these that I have on here is one of those all motor German, in my opinion, muscle cars. Mr. Joe check Johnny wife. It's fire. It's a real ass video. Yeah, man. I gotta see that. I gotta see that. I love those cars, man. I think you know, I think they're still beautiful cars, and I love them. I'm challenged with, and although the numbers are not high, people are taking them things now. They've figured out not only how to get the Camaro, how to get the Dodgers, but they figure out how to get some of the GM cars as well. So you gotta be careful about, man. I hate being in a space where I gotta worry about somebody taking my car. Somebody want my car, and I've been down that road before, and I hate the feeling. I do not like the feeling, man. Somebody taking your car, man. That's one of the most disgusting feelings. I've had 2 cars stolen from me in my lifetime, man. It's just not fun. It's not fun at all. First one was a G body. Cracked that collar up and took that car, man. Found it running on a jack on some back road. I was able to get my car back, but it was not fun. That's they still, they people get in your car, man. They're not gonna treat it like yours. They're gonna treat it like it's trash. Yes. Yeah, man. There's so many more coming. Ty, what area are you in right now? Because if you're in the Midwest, man, you got to know that there's at least 2 or 3 more car condominiums that are coming to this area. Crystal Lake, yeah, you know it. So you know it. There's at least 3 more that I've seen advertising coming to the area. Iron Gate is not going to be the only guy running out there. My guy, uh, Cliff, he's got Bespoke Motor Union. Bespoke is coming, right? There's another one that's coming to. I saw 2 more. I can't think of the name of them, but I did see 2 more. And here's the interesting part of all of this. This is a Man, you right down the street in Crystal Lake. This is that's a rich man's game when you think about it, right? So literally you buying a condo for your car. You buying a condo for your car. Because most of these places, like Iron Gate, you're not supposed to stay there. They don't want you, tickler. They don't want you to stay in those things. They don't want you to live in them. That's literally only for your car. Now, I'm not saying that no one, no one in okay, gotcha. No one in Iron Gate ever spends the night in them. I'm not gonna say that. I absolutely know a couple of people that does. That had that. And here's the interesting part. I didn't know that some of these condos in Iron Gate had a third floor. That's the part that tripped my head out. So I went into one of my buddies. I don't want to name nobody. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Oh, he's not me. I went to one of his. I went to his condo, his car condo, and he was like, "Man, come on, let's check out. I want to show you the third floor." We go up to the third floor. Man, the third floor got a whole studio, like a music studio, and he got a whole bed and a bunk bed for his kids. Big old closet, a whole, it's big, man. It's laid too. It's nice. Big bathroom up there. Like, I'm like, I didn't even know this was up here. It's absolutely nuts. My challenge with car condos, and I guess one day I'll figure it out, and I'm still working on that, is the taxes, man. Property tax in Illinois is bananas. Oh my God. To have to be concerned with both. If there's a way, and if I figure it out, maybe I'll be there one day. And I would probably lean more on bespoke. See, Redline Motor condos. And I think where they're gonna go, kind of like there's that one in Georgia. I think it's in the Atlanta area. Where they got a track on the property. So you can take your car in the condo community and get on the track and drive. That's no different than in Joliet. That's literally a condo community as well. What is that called in Joliet? Um Audubon. That's like Audubon. Audubon have condos in there also. So they got guys in there that have condos that's, staggered out around that track in different places around that track. So it's a similar type of community. And man, we went in one of those condos. They had this guy, whoever condo this was, this dude had so many cars, it didn't even make sense. It was absolutely bananas. He said, let's build us one here, man. Then get a Starbucks and move in to move in. Bro, there's a lot more, man. I mean, Starbucks, man. You got to think with a car condo, you know how well a cigar bar would do in a car condo? All top shelf liquor, having a ton of sticks available for these guys. Cigar bar would do so well in that community. And Starbucks. But it's a feel, man. It's a whole nother vibe, bro. It's a whole nother vibe. And I like them. I think I just, for me, the challenge is just the expense of it all. I'm not there. Financially, I'm not there. I'm not there where a condo makes sense for me. Right. I would love to be in a situation where maybe go in with a couple of guys, create an LLC, put it in the business name, and everybody foot the bill. I think that would be cool too, if we could pull something like that off, right? But bespoke seem like it makes way more sense because of from where it's going to be located. Makes all the sense in the world to me. Yeah. For real, for real. Mr. Johnson in the building. What's going on, Mr. Johnson? Build out is ridiculous. Man, that's the part. Like when you see some of these car condos and what they're able to do, and all are different. One of my favorite ones I went in. So we one year I got to I was a judge at Iron Gate, and we was, I was asked to judge in my opinion, who had the best condo and the best layout, right? There was so many, God, everybody's ideas, and you walking around that place, you can see everything from when somebody first bought a condo and they really didn't do too much to it, to going through and see folks that did everything to their condo. The elaborate, man, it was just so crazy how far people went with these things, having video games, the cars laid out like a car show. Um, they just nice, man. They just do a really, you could tell they put a lot of money into them. One of my favorite ones, why do they call it a condo? Um, if you can't live in them, because it's a car condo. It's where the cars live. It's literally set up like condominiums here in the Midwest, where they're like almost like these townhouses stacked next to each other, right? And with these big garage doors on the front of the buildings, in the front of each one of the condos, and some of them have more than one garage door, depending on where they're located on whatever building. If they got a corner, some of those corner condos have more than one door. They may have doors on both sides, like the guy that got the he's got a Gen X, man, with like 15 miles or something on it, something stupid. He's also got a Ford GT with less than 100 miles on it. It's sitting there on platform. Still got plastic on the seats, plastic on the steering wheel. Absolutely bananas. But and some of them, I don't know if any of them have basements. I don't think so. One of the ones I fell in love with. It had a strong European vibe to it. The artwork on the wall, it had a wine cellar on the second floor, pool table. It's the countertop in the kitchen area. It had a kitchen area. The countertop in there, it lit up. It was bananas. You could tell they took time, man, and did their thing. The mezzanines, yes. So one of the things that I took away, and the reason why I got the ideas that I have for the garage I don't want to build on my property, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like one of those joints at Iron Gate, except I'm not gonna have the tax hanging over my head. Now, nor would I have probably the payment you have to worry about from an Iron Gate environment. I have full control of what I build. I don't come in and just take what they have and make it mine. I get to build what I want, but what I do want to have a mezzanine. I do want a kitchen area upstairs. I do want to have a bedroom and a bedroom slash office space and storage. I though also, because of where I'm building it, aspire to have a basement area as well, because it's going to my garage or condo will be off the edge of the my valley. So my goal is to have it, and I pray that I'm able to pull this off, to have a basement area. I want a car elevator so I can bring stuff down there if I want to, especially if we're entertaining. I can see myself probably getting two more cars, and from there it'd probably be rotating out from those cars, not stacking. I don't want to have so many cars I can't even drive them. That just don't make sense to me. Not only that, but I don't want to insure them all. It just doesn't make sense to me. Um, Although a lot of that stuff can be written off, and I do have a plan for that. But I still only want maybe two more cars, right? That I'm able to rotate through and keep shifting. I get that on drive for a while, enjoy it. Then I'm like, okay, we're gonna change that without. Probably gonna there's gonna be a few that's probably gonna be kept, maybe two that probably will never change. These are gonna be my babies, right? And I say that now because that also can change. But my goal is to be able to have the ability to either move cars down so I can entertain in that space as well. So if I have something going on where we doing bros and cars, something, we have a party or we're entertaining, we don't have to have it in the house. We can have it in we can have it in the garage. That's going to be set up nice to do that type of thing, right? The floors are going to be nice. Um, you have, like I said, we have a kitchen. You can deck it out, and I'm taking pieces from a little bit of everything, right? So I'm looking at the how the car condos are set up in Iron Gate to have the mezzanine that overlooks the rest of the place, and being able to have that space and separation of space. I'm also looking at like Zay, how Zay have his shop set up, the studio, excuse me, set up where he's got lights and all this other stuff, man, and music set up around there. So you can literally, he can throw parties in there, bro. He showed me videos of party you would swear it was a club. Lights flashing, the whole nine, music banging. You would think it was a club. You could set it up so that you can entertain to the nth degree. Me personally, I would love to be able to also have a big screen that I can bring down and shoot. Um, have a projector that comes from the second floor onto that big screen and make it into like a mini movie theater where we can run movies right out of there. Also, I would love to have that. I think that would be cool. Just being able to get the most out of the space. Then Jay's get a little older, and she's gonna have want to have parties and have friends. We can have that right there. They don't have to be in the house. I know that'll give my wife a peace of mind. We can entertain out there, man. It don't have to be. Keep it, in my opinion, you keep it nice. Hit my man up. We get the floors, garage floors, all taken care of, and do all the things we need to do with that. That would be perfect. And then I can get all the other stuff that's in the garage in this house out of there so that it would only hold cars. That's one thing that's a big goal of mine. Get the floors done beautiful. I want the floors to be marble like the floors in the kitchen. I want to be beautiful. I want them floors to be so, and nothing on the walls, nothing on the floor but cars. No lawn equipment, no rake, no brooms, nothing, no toolboxes. All that will be in the garage. That is like a big goal of mine. We got to make that happen. We got to figure that out. That's a big goal of mine. To get to that space, oh my goodness, man. Oh. And right here, the only other thing that I would want to do that's pretty lofty, I don't know how to figure that out, is to create a way to get to that condo or get to that garage without having to leave and go outside. If I could tunnel, that'd be fire. If I could tunnel, that would be so fire. It's lifted already. You just got to create how we get down from here or out of the basement or out of the garage. Literally, if I could figure that out and tunnel over to that thing without having to actually having to go outside, that would be so dope. Oh my gosh. That would be so dope. I know exactly where I would like to tunnel from. I have a perfect idea where I would like to go. And then, yeah, just have that lead all the way over there, and you can come into that thing without even having to come outside, especially on snowy days. And I want to go over there and do some work or whatever without having to walk outside, bro. That would be fire. Oh my God. That's just goals, man. We dreaming over here, trying to figure some stuff out. My goal is to keep talking about it until I can bring it to fruition. That's my plans, man. That's my goals. That's my goals. All right, man. Remember we talk about these cars, man. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So I was going through bring a trailer. And it could be anything that have cars. Man, I'm looking at cars every day. Every day. Dreaming, uh, just looking, getting an idea, have an idea about something. I'm looking at cars in one shape, form, or fashion, some shape, form, or fashion every day. It's just one of my passions, one of the things that I love. I love cars. I appreciate cars. Um, And it ain't just the newest, it ain't just the fastest. Some of them are just because they are what they are. Some cars are just awesome, man. Show us the Viper, bro. I ain't seen a new Viper, man. Now I heard the new Viper's supposed to be coming out, and I don't have a Viper on the list. Let me show y'all what we're working with. All right, so what we gonna put first on the list, man? First on the list. Let's go to the older cars first. I'm gonna go to the older cars first, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I put some of these older cars on here. Um, but I want to go with the older ones first, and then we'll work our way up a little bit into some of the other ones, man. And I'll tell y'all why I pick what I pick. After I show you all the cars, I would love to get you guys' thoughts on what of these, even if you were to pick them, if some of them are just not it, that's fine too. If any of these sit in the top three, um, I'll be interested in seeing if these fall within there. Go slow too fast. Go slow too fast. Um, are there four wheel drive? Are there any? I know you're saying any four wheel drive on the list. Yeah, I think there are something on here that's nope. Let me see. Any of these all wheel drive? Nope. I don't think any of them all wheel drive. Nope, nope, nope. I think these are all rear wheel. Wait, hold up. Let me see the last one. Yeah, these are all rear wheel drive, I think. Let me go down. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Just making sure, man. Just making sure. I think they all are rear. I'm questioning this last one, and I ain't seen no confirmation yet, but I think it is rear wheel drive. It might be all wheel drive. It don't say, but I think it might be all wheel drive. I think it might be all wheel drive. I think there's only one that's all wheel drive. Man, let's just get into it. I'm not gonna do this part of it. We're not gonna go through that like that. Let me show y'all what I'm working with. All right, we're gonna go with the first one. And when I saw this, I was like, man, it was one of those cars that was was like a I just thought this was one of the cars for me when I was younger. It was a cool car, and I wanted one like this. So when I saw it on Bring a Trailer, it's more nostalgic more than anything else. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. And it's this one right here. Honest opinion. This is just the ones I like. All right. So this is the first one that I ran across that I just thought it was a super cool car, especially for the price. All right. It was this Honda Prelude, man. The 5-speed manual, super clean. This is a 81, excuse me. It has 59,000 miles on it. That is absolutely bananas. It's got them 13s on it, man. It's super, super clean. Look at this interior. That is crazy to me. 5-speed manual, Canadian car, no accidents, and it's just crazy, crazy clean. Let's click through some of this. This is one of the first ones that I'm showing you guys, but it's not the first one I saw. That's it. You don't like it, man? Listen, it's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I understand that. It ain't a popularity contest. This is one of the ones that I like. And I'm sure there's going to be others on here. I might be like, why? I like this thing. I could show up to certain cars shows with this, and people will be all over it, especially those who know what this is. Because you don't see this car in the wild regularly, especially in this condition at this age. I ain't trying to leave y'all. What are you saying here? Bruh. And that red. Bro, yeah. Absolutely. I love this car. I think this car is super, super cool. All right. That's one. So we got a 81 Prelude. Sport coupe. It's a sport coupe, guys. Sports car. Yeah. All right. So that's the first one. Taking notes, man. Make sure you're taking notes. The next car on the list falls within the same era. And for me, this would be one of those cars that for me, it would have to be it would have to be I have to mod this one. We'll have to take it to the next level. Although this is an excellent example of this car, mileage, condition, I would still probably want to take it to the next level. Yeah, I have ideas about doing fun stuff with one of these. And what car is that? That is the 280ZX 5-speed manual. It's a Datsun, man. This car it's a Canadian car, 43,000 miles on it. It's an excellent example of this car with T-tops, not the best looking interior. I would love to update all this, modernize the interior, scrap everything under this and put something else under here. But this example is really, really nice. It's a clean car. It's a car that I used to love back in the day. Fell in love with, and just they got too many pictures of this thing. Too many pictures. But just to show you some of the interior, manual, again, one of the absolute best security systems for modern day cars, manual. Still got a cigarette lighter. Hear that radio. Look at the manual keys, man. T-tops. Yeah. Love this car. Love this car. Again, probably not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but this is a gem. I think this is a fire gem. I see this car's future having a GTR powertrain. You know, all-wheel drive, GTR under the hood, sleeper. Get rid of all this black around the trim, paint match everything. Get rid of all the chrome. Wider tires on all four corners. This would be a monster in my opinion, but it's again one of my favorite cars. All right, this one here is a 83 Datsun. 83 Datsun 280Z. What's the next car on the list? I know y'all gonna think this dude got some crazy taste, but y'all don't understand. Some of these cars were iconic and killer in their day. And this one, although it has some of the most interesting lines, why is this popping up? It has some of the most interesting lines. It has some of the most interesting lines, but it was unique. And as a kid, this 69 man was nasty. I used to love this car because everyone I've seen, they were done right. And it's not the common 69 that you think it will be. Made right here in the Midwest, in Wisconsin area. It is, and I do love this car. I'm not gonna hold y'all, man. I'm not trying to blow smoke. I love this car. I think this car is ridiculously cool. It is the AMC AMX with that 390 4-speed manual. This thing was something else. I still love this car when I see him. I gotta go look at him. I gotta go walk around. I gotta go talk to an owner. AMC, these things were dope. And I think this one has a rear seat delete, if I'm not mistaken. And again, y'all saw that, right? This was an original Mopar muscle car, man. 69. 69. This thing is In this condition, this is a gorgeous car. I think they look good on the road. I love the way the front bumper, you got to realize they're doing this to cars today, old school cars, to make them look cleaner. They're tucking those front bumpers, they tuck a rear bumper, tucking them. And this already had it. Let's see if I can get you some more pictures. I know what y'all saying, man. This dude got some crazy taste. No, this was a hitter, man. This was a hitter back in the day. Let's look at the interior, because I want to say it had that rear seat delete even back then. All right, you with me now? Okay. I like that one. This interior is just gorgeous. See, rear seat delete. You didn't have cars like this. It's especially this size that had rear seat deletes. This is a 69. Large enough to hold 4 people, 5 people even, with a rear seat delete. Manual windows, America all over it. In excellent condition. Wide seat belts, not those little thin seat belts. Wide seat belts. Yeah, man. The AMC AMX 390, big motor, big power. They weren't skimping on this car back in the day. This car was serious, and it got a third pedal, man. Again, perfect security system for modern day car drivers. All right, this is a 69 AMC AMX 390. All right, man. Let's see. We're gonna go to that was the next one. All right, we got one more. We got another one coming up. A little out of order by date, but in my opinion, this is another one. I still love this car. I still want one of these cars, man. Hellcat swap. Yeah, man, and I can see that, especially in that and it's got the room under the hood, man. That's, you got to think back in the day. That's the cars when you worked under the hood. You were sitting under there. You were all in. It has a space. You can get under there and do your thing, man. Hellcat swap. Yeah, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Modern suspension, modern brakes, so you can get most out of that. Absolutely. Take a Charger powertrain and throw it in there. Manual Charger powertrain. A Challenger, excuse me, not Charger. Manual Challenger powertrain. Yes, I can see that all day long. Agreed. Strongly agreed. All right. Moving on to the next. This car I still love. I don't know how to not like this car, man. It's been one on my list for many a year. And I still wouldn't mind getting my hands on one. I still want one, honestly. And that is S2000. It's an 05 S2000 with 27,000 miles on it. Not crazy about convertibles, but this was such a clean example. Look at under the hood, man. I had to share it. It forced me to want to share this with you guys. Super clean car. S2000 was one of your super balanced cars. And believe it or not, it's one of the cars that's out there that aren't depreciating like most cars. These are highly desired cars by the tuner community. You get your hands on the S2000, you got your hands on something that somebody else really, really wants. This is a great car. And the crazy part about S2000 is that they got a lot of space under the hood too, man. So you got all kind of space for activities. It comes with a stout motor already. It's got the VTEC. It's got a lot of power that you can even throw some more at, adding a little forced air. This car can take a lot. But the other side of it is you don't need to. It literally stands on its own. It's a great little car. And this one here, super, super clean. Great example of an S2000. This is one of the finer examples I ran across of an S2000. This thing is beautiful. Time capsule sitting there in somebody's garage. Although it's sitting in snow right here, I promise you this thing does not drive in snow. Not in the condition. And how much did he pay for it new? 33. Here's a crazy part. I saw S2000 in not so great condition went for 18. So I can only imagine this car probably can come close to that. Can definitely come close to that. It's not finished. This thing got what, 16 more hours? And it's at 17.5. It's gonna climb. It's gonna be in the 20s without a doubt. All right, man. That was the next one. I think I'm gonna get y'all attention a little bit different on these next few cars. All right. So the next one I ran across, we go back a little bit in years, but we amp up some of the cool factor on this car, man. Why is this popping up? And that is this ROW 84 911 turbo Porsche coupe. This thing is so clean, especially with the whale tail. This is a whale tail Porsche. This car will get so much attention, man. So much attention, especially in car shows. The seats are immaculate. The car is crazy clean. The odometer is showing 134,000 miles, but these seats don't even look like it. This is a beautiful Porsche. This is the typical Porsche that they cut up and to do that wide body performance to. They take this one to the next level, and you don't have to. You really don't have to. This thing is beautiful. Typical rock chips. You can't avoid that. If you drive them, they're gonna get chipped. It is what it is. You just gotta own that. This car is gorgeous, inside and out. I just realized it got a rear wiper on that. I didn't even know they came with rear wipers. And he on a square. Widowmaker. You say winner. I love this car, man. I think this thing is absolutely gorgeous. This thing is gorgeous. Beautiful piece of German artwork right here. And I wanted to get more of the interior so y'all can see just how nice this thing is on the inside. Seats are powered. Power windows. This is a clean example. This is a beautiful car. I bet you this thing is fun. No airbag. Widowmaker. Yep. Whoo. Yes, it is, my friend. Yes, it is. See, and that's the other part, right? If you know, rear seat delete. Well, it's a rough. So rear seat delete, you know it. It's a track car, man. They got a brace in the front. Beautiful car, man. All right. That's our 84 Porsche 911 Turbo. It's a rough. And it's nasty. I saw this thing. I was like, man, this is nice. This is real nice. Yeah, I like that one, man. I like that one a lot. All right. So we're moving on to the next. Yeah, let's go to the black car and we'll talk about why. Yeah. All right, let's talk about this next one. And she just ticked up too. This thing was sitting at 90 something for a long time. All right, let's go to the next. Next car is it is 2013 Lamborghini Gallardo LP550 Tech 2 Coupe. Why is this car on the list? This is the second to the last of all those V10s that were raw before they went into the um before this is the car that was basically shifting itself into a Huracan for the most part. This is a triple black monster. It's absolutely beautiful. It's in excellent condition based on what we can see. Let's look at the mileage again. We had what? This the part that hurts. It's only 17,000 miles. I'm never going to understand that on a 2013. These cars have to be driven. They do no justice to the next owner when you don't drive them. Because when they get them and they start driving them, they're going to have to fix all the things that go wrong with a car that sits for so long. Plastics and rubbers and all this other stuff. You can't do that to these cars, man. You can't do it.
Are you on the thing?
Yeah.
Chris just called me. I gotta go over there.
What's going on?
She's having a panic attack. She's really upset.
All right. Drive careful. This thing is crazy clean. Super dope car. I believe this is one of your better examples that I've seen in Gallardos out there. The only problem that I have is that it's got these low miles, and that, in my opinion, it does nobody justice. This car needs to be driven, man. Somebody need to get this thing and drive it, drive it until it can work the bugs out. Unfortunately, until it can work the bugs out. I know it seemed like it's always, and it's got front lift system on it, as you can see. Um, it's got a lot of the tech that you would find in the Huracan in this car. Uh, that was another win with this one. It has the look, it has the performance, it has that V10, it has the sound. Um, this car is only missing some level of exhaust and maybe a little bit of tuning to take it to the next level. Still got the gloves intact. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. This car needs to be driven though, man. I just don't see having this car sitting there with no miles. This is no miles on this car. It just makes me nervous to even know what's gonna happen, what you're gonna find when you start driving this car. Not gonna be fun. Not gonna be fun. Not gonna be fun. So that's the next one. But I think this is a great car, man. It's clean, it's pretty. It's yeah, man. I think this is another good one. All right. As we move on, and the reason why I picked this one is because it's such a clean example. And I think this was a great example. Anybody, especially breaking into this space of supercars, this is it with all the performance. This is all the bells and whistles. It has the same motor that fits in the R8 and also in the Huracan for a fraction of the price because you don't have all of the tech that comes in the newer Huracans, or because it's the old body style. You will not be pushed out of bed with this one. This thing is still a Lamborghini and it's still gonna get the love that it gets, and it has a look, and it's clean. This thing is nice. It's black, but it's nice. It's nice. All right, moving on. What do you say? Man, for real. I even when like when I'm looking at cars that I look at, for me to get what I want, if I'm looking at, let's say I'm looking at a 16, 17 Huracan. I don't want it don't have to be high mileage. It don't have to be in the 90 something thousand. I ain't looking for that. I don't want a car that has 17,000 miles. If I can get my hands on one that I think that's driven, it's going to be in the low 40s is perfect. I think low 40s with these cars is a car that's been driven, has been maintained. Somebody is doing something in that car. I'd rather that because it'll minimize surprises. A lot of the bugs have been worked out at that point. In my opinion, I think it's just a smart way to go. All right, so let's go to the next. Next on the list is another 13. And we talked about German muscle cars. I think this is what can be considered one of those German muscle cars. Let's pull it up. This is the not the 2013 BMW M3 Coupe competition with a competition package. This is a V8, naturally aspirated, in my opinion, 4.0 liter V8. This is a German muscle car, sitting at 75,000 miles on it, which I think is not horrible, especially for this car. With the competition package, beautiful, beautiful Interlargo blue metallic color. Love the wheels, the BBS style wheels. This car is crazy clean, carbon fiber in and out. Love this car. I think this car is beautiful, man. If you look at the interior of this thing, it's crazy clean. The exterior is super clean as well, but this car is clean. $200 miles an hour on the dash, classic muscle car numbers. Back seats don't look like they ever been touched. Never throw anything in the trunk looks like. Maybe grocery bags. This car is crazy clean. Look like it's been well taken care of. I like the blue. I like the black wheels on it. Southern car, carbon fiber roof. Yeah. This one here, I like this one, man. I like this one. I think especially the ones that I'm picking, some of the ones I'm picking, not commonly known for most people because people don't know about. I like those things that people don't know about, man. Some of these cars people don't always know about. This is a perfect package, not only for, you say, winter, not only to keep it like it is and just drive it, or to go to plus it up, going through and do the bottom end and keep it still NA, but just do a little work to it, kind of like what AB did to his. Or you can take it to the next level and you can stage 2, stage 3. You can pro charge this thing. You can actually go a whole lot further with this. I don't think you want to do it on the transmission. However, you can still, do the maintenance of things you can do to preventive maintenance of that transmission to hopefully keep it from blowing out on you. And if you do run across some problems, just take it over there to AB. One of our bros in cars mechanics. He's of the BMW varietal. He works on our foreign cars. We got me and 3 working on our American cars, and we got AB that works on the foreign cars. So you can either go to Texas or Louisiana to get your car fixed. But yeah, man, I like this one. I think it's clean. I think this thing is, I think it is something that's ready for almost anything. I believe this car can be, driven as it is and enjoyed, or I think you could take it to the next level if you want to. This car is awesome. Me personally, I would just plus it up from where it is and keep it NA and just enjoy it. I think this is a great car and it probably run forever. Probably got to do the work like AB did to make sure that you can keep it going for a long time. But you'll have to, as he said, you don't see too many of those cars with 200,000 miles on it. You'll have to do the work. But I think this is one of those that's worth it. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. All right. We got 2 more cars on the list, man. 2 more cars on the list. Hope you guys are taking your notes. This next one for me was one that when I saw it, I was like, man, it's one of the ones that people don't always give its credit. It's got an incredible sounding exhaust. It doesn't always get the love that the Germans get. But what they did to this one, they supercharged it and they took it to the next level. This thing is a beast. This thing is an absolute beast. And I don't know if I was able to find the horsepower, but I know it's on E. It's supercharged. It's a supercharged 5.0 liter motor. And yeah, they did a lot of stuff to this car. And it's nasty. I want to say it's revving up to, did they say what it's revving up to? No, they don't, man. Let me just show y'all what we got here. Whew. It's a race car, guys. I'm not gonna hold you. It's truly a race car. So the next car on the list for me, on what I saw this week in Bring a Trailer that are standouts that don't break the bank, is this 2017 Lexus RCF. Not a Jag. That's a good guess, though. That's a very good guess. This car doesn't get the same love that the Germans get. But man, everyone that I've heard that done real good exhaust work, even if they're NA, they sound amazing. They sound big and throaty. This, in my opinion, before they supercharge it, is a Japanese muscle car. This thing, however, they did some work. It's got, and here's a crazy part, it only has 18,000 miles on it. But all the work that they've done under the hood, this is a stage 4 supercharger package. Stage 4. Motor's been touched to the nth degree. Transmission had to be touched to handle a stage 4. Anything in a stage beyond stage 3, genuinely, you're going to have to do way more to it than just downpipes and a tune. You're going to have to get in that motor and do some things. As you can see, good Lord, stage 4 supercharger kit, Rotex supercharger. It has carbon fiber short ram intakes, turbo small blowers, aftermarket fuel pump, radium engineering, surge tank. This got all kind of stuff. High performance flow injectors, PPE, long tube headers. It's got a grip exhaust. It's got tons of stuff on it. And they did their thing. They even got lights underneath this thing. Oh, I forgot. I wanted to show you one thing on here. I got an honorable mention in here for IS. And it's still real clean on the inside. Of course, it should be, right? It's got 17,000 miles on it. I think it's 18,000 miles. But this car hasn't been truly, it's been molested under the hood. I feel like somebody built this car. When they finished building, they were on to the next. They're like, I did everything I can get out of this car. Now it's time to get something else. They did everything to this thing. I'll be curious, what does this thing feels like on a daily basis? Be real curious. Really? Now, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to do some research. I wouldn't be too surprised. What's going on, Mr. Golson? What's happening with you, bro? Just to bring you up to speed. I don't know how long you've been on, man. I did a look at just trying something new on here. Took a look at some stuff that was on. I'm always looking at cars. So I was in Bring a Trailer and I grabbed 9 cars that I wanted to talk about. That was different. That was unique, in my opinion, unique. And this is number 8, man. And this thing is built to the nth degree with a stage 4. The only thing they don't tell you is exactly how much power this thing is making. If it's done by a reputable shop, I think you can probably drive it however you want. I agree. I think you can get almost any and everything out of this thing to enjoy it. Um, it's so weird to see these doggone tires on the back of this thing. You know what that is. Anybody know that drive mess with these things, you know what that is. But this car, in our opinion, looks can't is not looks are not everything. But upon first glance, it looks like it was done in a manner where somebody was making sure that everything was supported. They got all kind of bracing and sheesh. Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking that one for a spin. Again, they don't tell you how much horsepower it makes. They don't get into the horsepower numbers. I'm just looking again just to make sure. Um, yeah, but this thing is it's got to be something ridiculous. You know, it's got to be full figures. There's no way they can go stage 4 and keep this thing under full figures. That just doesn't make sense. This is a race car, in my opinion. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So that's number 8. And again, the reason why I picked this, as you said, right, Mr. Johnson, if they did this thing right, it's gonna be ridiculous. I love the wheels, of course. I think these wheels are killer. I would love to put this type of wheel on Pegasus. This is one of the wheels I was looking at on Pegasus. But this car done right, and it's people don't they sleep on this thing, man. It's very aerodynamic. It gives you that little bit of a GTR type look from the body lines. People sleep on it, but I bet you this thing will knock a GTR off his socks the way it sits. Probably not off the line because I think this is a rear wheel drive only. So yeah, you have to play some catch up and then take that GTR down. But other than that, yeah, you know how it is. All right, so last one on the list, and the thing that caught my attention with this is a couple of things. I'm gonna say number one was the price where it was sitting at the time. Um, the doors. If I say this last thing, y'all gonna know what it is, man. Ooh, this interior nasty. Um, I'm not gonna say the last thing because I'm about to show y'all what it is. I don't want to spoil it because y'all gonna know exactly what that is if I say it. When I'm opening it, I'm gonna show you what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what I was gonna say, and y'all gonna be like, "Yep, I knew what you was about. I know what it was." And the last one is 2019 Rolls Royce Phantom Coupe. I was gonna say the umbrellas. This thing was sitting when I first saw it at 60 something. And I predict that it will probably get close to 100 grand, especially as it sits. It's got 29,000 miles on it. Big 6.7 liter V12. And it's beautiful. The interior is gorgeous. The trunks, but I mean, what can you say about this double R that isn't known, right? There are beautiful cars. And I love these doors, man. These doors, come on, man. Would I drive this? Yes. Yes. Flipping that suicide? Yes. That suicide door. Yes, I would drive the crap out of this thing. God, I could make this a daily driver. Like I want to go to the grocery store in this. I will park way on the other side of the world, but I will go take this thing to the grocery store. This thing, man. So I was just reading, making sure I was caught up on all the notes. Spirit of ecstasy sitting up there looking beautiful. I will drive this thing everywhere. I'll be known as the dude in the Rolls Royce. You know that dude in the double R? There's a guy, the gold man. Oh, I think that's what they call him. He's a jewelry guy. And he hangs out with oh God, I can't think of the name of the club. It's a club that Tony and Nikki's in, a car club. And this is what he drives. He drives a Rolls Royce. Although this big old car, you look at him, oh, this big car, it's man, they fast, man. Don't sleep on that V12. These things get up. They get up and haul. But that's what he drives. As they cruising and doing their cruising, going different places, he's in a big double R with them floating center caps, doing his thing. There we go. Let's get to that. Some of this interior. This interior is beautiful. Yes. Yes. That part. You don't hear the word. You separate. Let me look at this. Did I see something on them floors? You separate, man. Look at this, like this engraving in the seat. They did some stitching. Look like a arm and hammer. This is so crazy. You see this? That's crazy. Look at the chrome on the seat rails. Absolutely nuts. But it's got to be immaculate, right? And it's like some of the cars the umbrella, of course. Some of the cars um that are doing this now is like Cadillac, right? Cadillac is doing it. The new um, BMW 7 Series, it has the power doors where you hit a button and close and or open the doors. This is this technology. These are the guys that are heading up that level of technology, right? So how nice it is. Oof. Still got two umbrellas too. Y'all just don't understand how expensive those umbrellas are for these cars. And to have both of them, that's nice. That's really, really nice. Now, in no order are any of these my absolute number one. But man, I love both of these. I love these picks were fire for me. And Rolls Royce had him distracted. You about to pick up a sugar-free Red Bull. Man, man, this thing is just I swear I would daily drive it, bro. I swear I would. I swear I would. This thing is beautiful, man. And you got to think about the level of tech that we just clicked through. And this is a '09. This is a '09. Crazy part is this is the manual buttons to take in the Spirit of Ecstasy manually or automatically, right? So automatically, as soon as you touch that thing, it flips in, it goes inside and hides it away from everybody. Everything from the clock to the trunk hatch, and just in case you guys didn't notice on this car, look at this. This is crazy. The trunk isn't like a normal trunk on the roads, right? So you know how you just open up the trunk, get in. It's like an SUV. So when you open up the back, you have like a tailgate that folds down in the trunk as well. How many pictures do they have of this car? And look, still got an ashtray. I didn't even notice that. Still got an ashtray. Like, who gonna smoke in this thing, man? This is crazy. Uh-oh. Willie Brown again. M3 AMX double R. Ooh. I think I'm on the same page right now, man, as my top three. I think I'm on the same page. You got to think with the three, though, all these cars you have, I think that's my top three as well. So you got something you can run and play and have fun in. You got a Cars and Coffee car show, steel muscle car, AMX, and then date night would be so much nicer in the double R, wouldn't it? Just saying. Yeah. I think you picked the same three that I'll probably go with, man. And as you notice, see how this thing, the trunk goes up, but then you got like a hatch also. If you can see it in this picture, it shows the tailgate portion of it that goes down. It's a better view. Oof. Man, I don't know, man. I might have to own one of these. One of these days, baby. One of these days, we might have to own one of these, man. Yeah. I think so. Like all the modern, I don't know if they had it in this one, but I know all the modern Rolls Royces and Bentleys now, they have the built-in air freshener. It like sits in a glove box or someplace where it pumps that fragrance throughout the car regularly. It's its own fragrance, right? So you ain't gotta hang no pine trees from your mirror, not in these. What's going on, TD? What's happening with you, bro? Ooh. Dang, you mean I forgot about the Porsche that quickly? How did I forget about the Porsche that quickly? So let me just say, man, I have a hard time picking three. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I have hard time picking three. I like every last one of these cars a lot for different reasons. I would have a hard time picking three. And this double R was I don't know, this is one of the ones I'm like, you can't kick this one out the bed. It's like you gotta have it. You gotta have it. And as it refers to then, whatever you're gonna go with, that's gonna be sporty. I'm a toss up between the Porsche and the M3. I'm somewhere in the middle. I don't know, man. And then when you start rolling into and listen, the Lexus is fire. Will be in gym. I think it's unique because of all the work that's been done to it, but that's also the part that would make me a little nervous, especially if I don't know who did it. If it's not done by a reputable person, that challenges the ownership through my eyes. And that it leaves too many question marks. So it leaves me thinking how great that car would be to have. However, if I had to make a decision on which of the two muscle cars I want, I'll be stuck in between the Porsche and the M3. Because I think you can have so much fun with both of those cars. Crazy part is I think you'll probably have a better ride in the M3 than you will in the Porsche. I think the Porsche is going to be truly race car. It's going to be a little bit rougher ride, but if you driving it just to get out and hit the streets and do some things in it, it won't be a bad idea to run that Porsche. And it's beautiful. That wing, man, come on, that big whale tail. Is it Johnson say, yep, he agree with you, bro. This is a great variety of two-door cars. Yeah, man. Agreed. I think that, and that's the crazy part, right? I think this is the only four-door that's on the list. All the rest were two-door cars. This is the only four-door. Double R. Yeah, man. And it's crazy. It says, cause I guess it's another Canadian car. 46 kilometers, which is 39,000 miles, man. That's like nothing, bro. Nothing. Lexicon Logic 7 audio system. That's that stereo system that gives you that theater feel when you're in it. Like you feel the music coming from every direction. It sounds like you can hear drums on one side of the room and piano on the other side. It's absolutely bananas. Yeah, man. So that's the list. uh Man, so as for the old school, I don't so I've already I know that I will be on the fence between when it came to those little muscle monsters between the Lexus, the BMW, and the Porsche, that I would be on the fence between the Porsche and the BMW. Those two will have me on the fence. It will be tough for me to make a decision between those two. As for the old schools, I would have a hard time with those as well. So if I had to eliminate one, it would be the Prelude. I'll eliminate the Prelude. But I'll be hard pressed between I guess it's not really an old school, is it? And I'm thinking about the S2000. See, now we were the Datsun. That was the other old school. I'll be pressed between I'll be hard pressed between the Datsun and the AMX, because I have ideas, or I mean I've been thinking about doing something with one of those cars since my first year in the Navy, man. I've been wanting to do something with one of those cars for a very long time. So just trying to figure out between the two. And the sad part is the AMX has been on that list probably a little bit longer than that. But these cars I've been loving for a long time, man. A very, very long time. So that'll be hard, man. That'll be a hard one. If I had to eliminate, the Prelude will go first. Then the Lexus. And then I'm gonna be hard. And then I'm gonna rock in a hard place trying to make a decision when I let go beyond that. Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Lambo. That'd be hard pressed, man. That'd be tough. Between God. The Porsche, the Lambo, and the M3. I that's tough. That's tough. Let's see. The AMX, Lambo, Porsche, and the Rose. You say AMX, Lambo, Porsche, Rose. See, that's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling. Except that I want to add the M3, and I like to this list. I'll have to have it. Like I can eliminate two, maybe three of the cars easily. I'll be hard. It'll be hard for me to eliminate anymore. No, that's right. The Rose is a coupe. All of them are coupes. I didn't even. That's crazy. I didn't even think about the fact that all of them are coupes. They all coupes. They are all. Oh, that's right. I got my affinity, man. I got my glasses on strong for coupes right now. So if the Lex was stock, um, it will boot the double R. I can see that. I can see that. Because the double R ain't for everybody, and everybody's not gonna want to sit in that thing and drive it. Some people want to just be ridden. I can see that. I think the Lex being built, especially to the nth degree, challenges ownership for me. So I get it. I get it. Lambo, Porsche, Lex. Yeah, you going fast, bro. I say I'm good. I'm going everywhere, and I'm getting there quick. And then the Rose. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Me too. Uh Me 97 Rose S500. Yes. I mean Mercedes S5. When I say Rose, the Rolls Royce is swimming in my head. Those are great. Those are great. And timeless too. That's the kind of stuff I look for when I'm on Bring a Trailer. That, the 600. I look for that V12. I look for V10s and V12s out of BMW, which has three cars. I look for some of the unique stuff that people gonna pay a pretty penny for. The things that blew my mind, and this is one of the things that Porsche was really chasing after, is being competitive in a supercar market price wise, is seeing GT3s and GT2 RSs $500,000 cars now, man. They used to be $250,000 cars. They are $500,000 cars now. Absolutely nuts. Nasty. Oh my God. Yeah, that's when you take it to AB, man. Man, that's when you take that one. That one have to go to AB. The Datsun and the M3 probably. See, for me, the Datsun would have to be built. The Datsun would not be out of the box for me. It would need some love to make it stand out. It would need some love. If I had to take them as they are, the Datsun is off the list. The Datsun is off the list. The Prelude is off the list, and the Lex is off the list. If I had to take them as they are, because I know the performance that's in the other ones that's going to be fun. And if I was looking at it from a pure performance perspective, the Rose is off the list. Adios, Rose. That allows me to narrow. So if I'm focused on that performance side and I'm getting where I want to be from a performance perspective, or just performance and variety, God, I'm still cross between that doggone M3 and the Porsche. Or I scrap the Lambo because of how common it can be, and go with the Porsche, the M3, and the AMX. I think that's where I would land. The Porsche, the M3, and the AMX. Yeah, both of them are actually. Both of them are. If you want to go that route. What about El Camino versus Escalade? I'm gonna let Lefty answer that. AB is the BMW man, bro. Yeah, he is, bro. So, that's the other side of owning it. I know a guy, right? Even if I have to get my hands dirty, I know who I need to talk to that's going to probably answer a lot of the hard questions and keep me from having to do a lot of the hard research. He'll probably know most of it already. He'll already know what that dude's been working on that car for a while. He's been keeping that thing alive for a long time. And all the stage 2 stuff that he's just done to it, all he's dealing with now with gremlins. Everything else is tight. He's just dealing with the little gremlins that pop up here and there. That car is tight, man. That car is tight. Rose voice. I know, don't he? I don't know, man. I thought he was going to be on here. I was hoping I can get into a conversation with him about the auto show and his experience, have him share his experience from the auto show. But I talked to Ray earlier. I was on the phone with Ray. I don't know. I don't know, man. If they can make it, they can make it. If they don't make it, man. It's just, it is what it is. They are not obligated. They are invited, but they're not obligated. Look, Elko all day, baby. Without a doubt. And I knew that's the direction you was going to go. Without a doubt. I mean, you got to think, bro. With that list of cars, you could go so many different directions. Where's that honorable mention? I got an honorable mention for you for IS. Let me see if I can find it. And it's going to trip your head out about how much this thing is going for right here. Y'all ready for the honorable mention? This is for IS, primarily for IS. You ready, IS? It's going to trip your head about what this thing going for. On where it's at in the bidding. A 1970 Swin Stingray cotton picker bicycle. This thing is sitting at $2,100 with 15 hours to go. Y'all see this? It's got the little wheel on the front, drum brakes, the shifter. Yes, honorable mention, man. Honorable mention. Look at the suspension. It's got suspension on the front and rear seat. Ape hangers. Mm-mm-mm. You don't see that big old reflector on the rear? Look at that wide tire. And it's got staggered set of wheels on it, man. Wide tire in the back. Ooh, that is a good question. It depends, man, on what I plan on doing with it. If there was a way for me to get what I want out of it, like do a build with it, it'll be the school bus. I turn it into something that you can travel with, convert it into something different. I saw that one. I literally had that one. I had it on the list and I pulled it off because I felt like there was 2 Hummers on there, but that gray one, I saw the gray one. I had it on the list and I pulled it off. The prices when I saw them, they were not that high, bro. We talking 10 grand. They weren't high at all. I don't know where it's at now, but they weren't that high. Yeah, bro. How much are they going for? Look, school bus. I'm right there with you. If I take that school bus, man, you can do some stuff with a school bus. Lefty say he gonna upgrade you there, IS. Yeah, man. I saw that Hummer too. I saw that Hummer TD. It's See if I can find that thing. I didn't save it. I guess I can close this. I had this stuff open all that time. What is this? I didn't save it. I wish I would have saved that Hummer, man. Let's see. I'm sure I can find it. It should be pretty easy to find a Humvee. Now, were you looking at the one that was like it was an H1 borderline military grade, that gray one? Yeah, that 99 grade. There it is. Yep. Ooh, it's still climbing in price, but it's still, in my opinion, it's a decent price, especially. Let me see. There was something, because I think this one had a more modern motor. Let me see if this is the one that did it. Oh, let me pull it up so y'all can see what I'm looking at, man. Sorry, guys. So this is the one. It's out of Arizona, which is pretty awesome, and of course, very common for these vehicles. Yeah, it's got the 6.5 liter turbo diesel. So it's got it sound like an upgrade, man. 4-speed transmission. Ugh. Well, with that diesel, that's all you need. That thing crawls, does its thing. And this thing is super, super clean, man. Oh my God, this thing is super clean. Got a cage around that transaxle. Sheesh. It's the only downside that kills me most of those things, man. They don't have a lot of speed built in them. But if they upgrade that motor, it can go faster than what it can go from, what's on the speedometer. But that 6.5 liter turbo diesel, man, that thing could pull a house, bro. It could pull a house. Towing is not an issue with this vehicle. Going where you want to go is not an issue. Parking, maybe. Parking, maybe. But you buy this, that's what you expect. You expect that. This thing is wide. I still would love to own one of these. I really would. They got a cage going from front to back on this thing. I still would like to own one of these, man. This is a phenomenal example, too. Great car. What was the mileage on this one? It's turbo diesel. So let's see. It shows 60K on that turbo diesel. That's nothing. You take care of this thing. This is 500,000-mile motor. Probably keep giving it to you, especially if they. And it doesn't say. I would love to put a Cummins diesel Allison transmission. This thing will run forever, man. It'll hit about 70 to 80. How many days? It's got 5 days on it, possibly. And it's bring a trailer. So bring a trailer has a tendency to prices to go a little bit higher than they would if you were looking someplace else. It's almost like it's bespoke. You know what I mean? They expect you to pay a little bit more on bring a trailer. I don't know why, but yeah. Check your IGIS. Yeah, this is nice though, man. This is nice. I can't wait for you to pull the trigger on getting yours. I think that's gonna be dope. Them full size BMX bikes, man. Yeah, man. So guys, I think I'm gonna start doing this too, man, more often, man, because I have a tendency to get in there and start looking at these cars and things, man, and I be thinking, man, I wonder what other people are thinking about these or what would they want to do. I think we're gonna have that run. If you got something you want me to check out or you think would be cool to add to the list, my goal is to try to be at about 10 cars now and see if we can narrow down to 3 or 4 cars. Narrowing for this last list was hard for me. It's hard for me. They got some cars in that I would just like love to have, man. Next week, man, we're gonna have a special guest, and I'm gonna be putting out all the advertisement. I ain't want to confuse nothing, put it out too soon, but I'll be dropping something tomorrow on the advertisement. Man, we're gonna have a special guest, man. Y'all gonna get to learn more about a guy that's been on this channel, man, and been hanging out with Bros and Cars since the beginning. But y'all didn't know all the stuff he was doing, so I'm gonna have to break out the allow me to reintroduce myself. It ain't me though. It's gonna be somebody else. Pick a certain type of vehicle each week. Oh, I like that. I like that. And we can still do it with the special guest. We just gotta, bring the special guest into the mix. Do you guys have a vote? Let's do that. Can we vote? Can we put a poll, take a poll, and we can throw it out there, and we'll see, what majority rules. What class of vehicle or type of vehicle do you guys want to do next week? So we're looking at, it could be sedans, we can look at wagons, we can look at trucks, we can look at, and we can narrow it down to all German, we can narrow it down to all British, we can narrow it down to all American if we want. Rally cars. I saw one in there too. There was a rally car in there, on Breaker Trailer. I feel like they always a rally car on Breaker Trailer. It was a Lancer. It's like it was nasty. So what y'all thinking, man? 4x4 rally car, kind of narrow, man. You're not gonna find probably enough cars that fits within that bill. Now we could probably find 4x4, all-wheel drive 4x4, truck car, SUV, coupes, sedans, luxury, all-American muscle, old school. What y'all thinking, man? Or y'all want me to just pick? Because I could put it together. Performance sedans. Anybody second that? I like that. I like performance sedan numbers. I think that's dope. Because I saw a lot of those out there, and I could definitely build on that. I saw performance sedans I would love to get my hands on, and they were German. And they were German. All right, man. Anybody else? Anybody else? What else y'all got? I like the idea of performance sedan. German performance sedans. What y'all think, man? Old and new. What y'all think? Anybody else? Anybody else got anything? Y'all agree with it? Y'all second it, third it, motion? Let's go with it. Because I was digging into those guys as well. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I was looking, I literally looked at those guys. I'm a little shocked that I did. I'm shocked at myself to some degree that I ended up with all coupes because I didn't try to. I was picking just those things that I like that felt right at that time. So, this dude. Like, how often do you see repeats, man? All right, man. I think that's what we're gonna go with. I think this will be dope. This is fun, man. This is something I do anyway, bro. I'll be digging into these cars. I love this stuff. Ooh, woo. It's the fun part, man. You get to dream a little bit, man. There you go. We got a second. You get to dream a little bit. It's, and I think with everything, although I have cars, I still look at cars. I got a nice house. I still look at houses. It's just one of those things, man. We all just dream. We can find ourselves in a space of dreaming here and there. Bring a trailer breath. Bring a trailer platform bring it to the platform. You will find everything from barn finds to concourse to custom and very detailed photos. I think that's the plus. And my guy Tim was I gotta bring Tim on, man. Tim was supposed to come on and he pushed it out because he was trying to get his business straight. Um, but the type of photos that he takes of cars would be like perfect for that. You know what I mean? He gets into the to details and the editing and how beautiful he make these cars look. He just have a talent and it's just incredible. But to your point, when you can get the right photos, though that literally sells the car. You get beautiful photos on here. Yes, it's an auction. So you bid on the car and the highest bidder wins. You mess around and got on a marketplace. Got a land and looking at land and cars. Same here. Always look. I'm gonna tell you what I look at marketplace mostly. What I look for. I look for as opposed and we just talked about car condos and things like that, right? So you still find in these areas they're not true car condos, but you will find some of these storage units, storage places where similar to like if you guys watch Tavares's site where he has his shop, or where some of these guys have their shops where it's literally just like a strip of you know shops or whatever the case may be. But you can rent those things out. Like there's a few in Woodstock that they put out that decent priced, not too bad. I just saw one in McHenry that were just came on the market for I want to say it's 2,100 a month, and it's like I think about 3,000 square feet, right? Um, but you're talking wide open space where you can those. I know it was more than 3,000 square feet. I can't remember exactly how much it was because it was bigger than that. But I mean, you got enough space to put lifts and store cars. You can do work on them. Eventually, man, I'm gonna want a clubhouse, and I want my garage first. If I get to a place where I'm focusing on taking care of some other things, and the garage may have to wait for a little while, I'll get I'll get me a clubhouse. I will definitely get me a clubhouse, man. Yeah, man, really. Sheesh. I see a lot of the acreage that I've been finding is in Tennessee. I've been finding some crazy acreage in Tennessee. I've never looked as far as upstate New York. But Tennessee, I've been finding some crazy acreage in Tennessee. Tennessee and Arizona. Arizona. For some reason, New Mexico, Arizona, all in that area, you can find it, man. Yes. Yes. Let's not forget about those posts. Bruh. Every time I see those, I'm flipping through them. Cause they always got they got toy house, man caves, you could call them, right? But they got toy born sometimes. The garages are stupid on these houses. And these are like regular houses. These are not like barnuminiums. These are like regular houses with garages and land. And I love that site. Man, I love that site. They always have. I just wish some of those houses were a little bit closer. I've been looking at those houses for a long time, man. I've been looking at those for a long time. It's some of those I wish I could have on top of this because of where they're located, just as another little getaway, especially some of those that's on water or have water near the property, and to have all that extra space. God, boy, I'll never come back to this house. Bruh. One of my wife's cousins, he has 100 acres in Texas. Um, I can't think of his name. He used to be in the Air Force, but he got 100 acres in Texas. Bro, let me tell you how 100 acres is such a goal to me. Oh, I forgot. I'll be looking at Indiana also. Indiana be having some land, man. Dirt cheap. Indiana be having some land. But you can find, like I saw in Tennessee and in Indiana, where it might be 100 acres. Yeah, man, it might be what? Not even a half a million. Some of them been less than a half a million for a ton of land, crazy amounts of land for not that much money, man. Texas just different. I wouldn't mind having that type of land in Texas because it's in Texas. Tennessee, most of the land I found in Tennessee is all wooded. A lot of that land in Texas, some of that would be flat, it'd be hilly, rocky. You might have some trees, you might not. And man, if I look to have my choice to be able to shoot right at home, bro, as much as I love to go shooting, to be able to shoot right at home, oh my God, bro. Sheesh. That's like a dream for me. I was looking at how to get a shooting range inside inside, like building a shooting range here, like burying figuring out how to bury those storage container, a long storage container on the property and make it into a shooting range. I would love to be able to do that. The biggest challenge with that is ventilation. The ventilation and proper management of the lead, or whatever you shooting down range. Ventilation is everything. Let me tell you, man. If I was a rich man, I would have a I will build a shooting range underground on my property, a storage container that I can get through from the house, like for real. I would have my shooting range. If I could do it the way I want it, it'll come. You'll be able to get to the shooting range from the gym. You go through the gym, it'll be buried underground, going out towards the back. That would be goals, major goals for me. Either that or the gym is the best way to get to it. Yeah, that's the only way. That's the best way for me. I think that'll be a dope. If I was able to do it, that's the way I'd do it out of my gym. I would love to have my own shooting range, man. I saw a house just not too long ago that somebody had a shooting range. They had an armory in their house that was so dope. It's dreams. Like I to have that armory means I need to figure out how to buy more guns. I got a decent amount of guns. But I need to figure out how to buy more guns. My little safe is nothing compared to that armory that dude had, man. Let me tell you. Sheesh. I have to watch it. Yeah, that dude. Oh my God. Man. Yeah. The collector is stupid, bro. That dude, God, you dog. But see, he's also figured out how to monetize what he's doing. So when you're able to monetize what you're doing and got people paying attention to you from that perspective, it started to pay for itself. Right? You can sit back, not only that, but then you get into a circle of people where you get introduced to certain guns and people with guns and people come to you with stuff, probably offering you real good deals, some probably not. But yeah, I still have aspirations of buying way more than what I have. I got some gold guns on my head that I would love to own. Um, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna get them too. Watch, I'm gonna get them. I've been good too, man. Last year I was real good, man. I didn't buy one gun last year. I'm impressed with myself. I did pretty good. Nope, I did not buy one gun last year. I did good. I did real good. And I gotta be good this year, although it's gonna be hard. And I almost bought a gun at the beginning of the year. And I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try not to. I can't make complete promises here, but I'm gonna try not to buy a gun this year. Um, it's gonna be hard because I know there's something I want to get my hands on. I want to get my hands on pretty quickly too, and it's not crazy expensive. So I gotta. Oh, you can't buy no guns. So I'm gonna try not to buy any guns this year. And the next year, I'll get back in my rhythm and maybe one or two a year. But yeah, maybe one or two a year starting next year. I'm gonna try to be good this year, man. If I can go 2 years up, bro, you know how long it's been since I went a whole, bro. It's been a long time. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Good Lord, I've been buying guns. Like something wrong with me. I was buying guns, but see, unlike Ray who trade out cars, I was buying guns like you was buying cars, man. Oh, I think I did have a year where I probably bought about 6 guns in 1 year, maybe 6 guns. Yeah, I did trade out a couple of guns 1 year. And that was just before the pandemic. I traded out some guns for other items that I wanted, especially if you're using them the right way. Especially if you're using them the right way, they'll be safe. They will definitely be safe. Yeah, I got some. I got a couple of goals that I want to make from a gun perspective that I still want to get. I got so many things that I would love to do with these things and acquire. Um, a shooting range would be dope, even especially right now, considering that I started doing this concealed carry training and not having to go to somebody else's range. I can just use my own. That would be fire. That would be so dope. Um, yeah, the 5.7 ammo is down. What do you mean? So they discontinued it. I wanted a 5.7, man. I hear that it's a great range gun. The 5.7s are really great range guns. I was about to pull a trigger on a 5.7 last year and I didn't. Um, I was getting concerned with the 5.7 from an ammo perspective. Like, how reasonable is it? Oh, the price is down. Maybe I need to break down to get a 5.7 if the price is going down like that. I wonder what's driving the 5.7 prices down. Is it a lack of demand or probably they probably overproduced? I bet you they overproduced and not enough people own them or shooting them. Something's going on, man. Like especially with where we are from an economy perspective. Um, People aren't doing all the same things. Like they preserving. It's almost like they expecting things to happen. Like no different than me leaving Walgreens. They about to do another round of layoffs. So it's like, and this is not just the only company that's doing that. There's a lot of companies that's going through this. Got to have a plan. That's the only thing I say, man. You got to have a plan that allow you to maintain and continue on as you were. Just got to have a plan. Just got to have a plan. I still want a 5.7 though. I want a 5.7 and I want to plank with it and see how I like it and see how meticulous I can be with a 5.7. I want to start doing some shooting competitions. See, I feel like I got too much time on hands because I'm thinking about all these things, and I'm gonna probably end up getting in a competition or two, or getting in a shooting group. But I want to do competition, and if the price are coming down to 5.7, 5.7 have less recoil, And if I can maintain a certain level of accuracy, I'll shift from 9 mil to 5.7, especially if the price is right. You got me want to see what 5.7 price is looking like. Like, what's going on? I'm curious of what's happening with 5.7. Handgun caliber. Let's see what the 5.7 looking like. I want that 50 cal. That's what I really want. Any brand, any creed. Man, that's not bad. Body green. How many is this? That's 50 rounds for $20. That's not bad, bro. Golly. You got me over here thinking. I forced myself to go get the gun because I buy the ammo and sit on it. What? What was this? What did I see? This is what? 450 rounds for 170, 300 rounds for 119. That's not bad, man. Ain't but one person making that round though, isn't it? And they probably just overproduce. See, that's the one right there. That 30 Super. I'm afraid of that because um the part that gets me with the 30 Super is that it's not easy, not that easy round to find, man. Hold on, let me make sure I'm looking at the right thing too. Yeah, I'm looking at the right thing. 5.7. Let me see if they got another 5.7. That 30 Super, where is it? I just looked at the 30 Super. 30 Super carry. Their price is looking like right now. And usually when I look for ammo, man, I look in Ammo Seek. Usually have a very wide variety of options to find what you're looking for. And this is a scraper. It goes and find ammo everywhere. If you're outside the city of Chicago, at least for me, not being in the city of Chicago, I could get this sent directly to the house. Man, Super is like that. 50 rounds for 13, bro. I ain't seen prices like this in a long time. Wow. And I like Remington. I can handle some Remington and American Eagle, which is federal. Yes, sir. And you gonna have me buying cons I ain't supposed to be buying. Let me look at this. Hold on. 5.7. What is the 5.7? 5. What is that? Nah, I found. Okay, just I was wondering what that is. I don't look familiar. Nah, but these 5.7, man, these prices are actually dope. So that just tells me Fakachi they went nuts and was making too much ammunition. And it looks like, considering that you getting this from so many different places, people just got them priced the way they want to price them. And it's not that far off, man. It's still averaging around $20 for 40 rounds, which is not horrible. That's not horrible at all. No, not. Am I saying that right? Nope. $20 for 50 rounds. I'm looking at the grain. Lord have mercy. Yes, indeed. He Googled it. Facts. On my phone, just listening and then looking up stuff. I did not ask that phone to look that up. You're goofy. But anyway, yeah, man. I think that's I got me really, really thinking about this. I'm oh, gotta hold on, gotta be good. Told myself I ain't doing that, man. We got some financial goals we need to focus on this year. So I can do some amazing car stuff next year. I can stay disciplined, which is this is my year of discipline. This is my year of discipline. We're gonna do some cool stuff next year, man. I'm excited about what next year brings. I'm gonna have some fun. I'm still gonna have fun, but 2027, dude. Oh my god. Oh, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be nuts. I can see it already. I can smell it. I can taste it. It's gonna be absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. Mm. And I'm looking forward to it. I want all the smoke. All the smoke, baby. All the smoke. What you say, IS? Yeah, I like PSA, man. Yeah, I like that. Do you have a 5.7, Mr. Johnson? 5.7? I'm gonna tell you one of the sites that for the gun guys, man. You know, we dip and dabble. We find ourselves in so many different conversations on here for the gun guys. But Palmetto Arms, man, they have a weapon called the dagger. The dagger that they have is a basically is a Glock 19 replica. If you shoot regularly and you're familiar with the Glock is one of the most reliable, especially the 19. I've never had my 19 jam. I've never had my 17 jam. I've never had my 32 jam. Um, all my 9 millimeter Glocks. What else do I have? I have the 1934, excuse me, 19, 17, 34. Yeah, I never had any of those with cycle issues. And they're the probably the only guns I am a little lax on the cleaning process. And I they probably um I am sure the reason why I'm lax on the cleaning process is because I know how those guys run, clean or dirty. They are just cycle fools. They do what they're supposed to do. And this dagger is, man, when I say wait, what is that? Not yet trying to be good. I heard that, man. I want one. I'm definitely gonna get one. I'm gonna probably look at Palmetto Arms, man. Palmetto Arms, they have very, very reasonable price weapons. And it's State Arms, PSA. And their dagger is a Glock replica for a fraction of the price. I've heard nothing but positive things. The first time I saw this thing was someone was at SHOT Show. Again, where social media just makes me that much more curious. And they brought out the dagger and they had it running on side of a Glock and it cycled with Glock one for one. It was just It was just spot on. And it takes Glock's mags. I have a ton of Glock mags. So for me to get this thing, I'll just be running and having a good time with it. But it's I'm looking for it now, trying to see if I can find what they call it. It's the dagger, basically. And I want to find you guys a price so y'all can see what I'm talking about. PSA defense. Dagger. Wait. Oh, that's optics. Like this, oh my God. I'm looking at a dagger on here. This is I don't want to put this on there. I don't want YouTube to mess with me. But they got a dagger. It's called a micro 9mm pistol shield cutout with Holosun optic on it. And it's $539, bro. Like this thing, they kill with this thing, bro. Like when I tell you this product is through the roof fire. This gun is just crazy, man. If you can get your hands on one, and if you're looking for a budget weapon, like they got daggers in there, compact 9 for and these are brand new guns. These are not used. Brand new guns. 319, 339. And some like the 319, it's got a threaded barrel. They got one for 339 on sale for 339 with a threaded barrel. It's got cutouts on the slide and a colorful, it's got an upgraded barrel. Like, bro, see, yeah, with 10 mags worth of, yeah, man, this is what I'm talking about. This yes, yes, the dagger, man. The dagger is for real. Like if you can get your hands on one of these, man, they're super inexpensive and it's gonna cycle like a Glock 19. You can't beat that. You cannot beat that. Swaps is live, or is he? Man. Listen, guys, I'm probably gonna jump off because I got a little bit of I need to check on some family stuff, man. I was trying to hold out. My wife came in here, she had to run out and take care of something. And I definitely need to follow up on that and see what's happening on that end. Y'all know how family works, man. Y'all know how family works. But got to check in on my daughter and see what's happening on that side because I heard something was happening. She wasn't feeling well earlier. So just got to make sure things are good, man. Man, I think you guys are hanging out. I think we got a topic for next week. Again, we do have a special guest that's going to be part of the discussion. We're going to get their thoughts. And, well, I know he loves German cars, so it's going to work out just fine. We're going to be looking at these performance sedans, man. And we're going to see what we can find and pull it together. But listen, man, y'all know how we do, man. Y'all know how we do. We don't do the normal. You guys are not normal. I thank you guys for everything how you guys hang out. I love y'all guys' participation, man. I love y'all drive, man. Stay on it. Stay focused. I pray for you guys, man. Y'all keep your heads strong. God blesses you and cover you and protect you, man. You guys are awesome. Continue on. Continue on. But listen, man, we're going to jump off. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And remember, man, we don't do the normal around here, man. No. Why is that, man? Because we were designed from greatness. And because we were designed from greatness, guys, you have the right, the responsibility, and authority to never, ever, ever be average. So, guys, don't be average. Remember, man, salute to all our veterans, active duty, reserve, retired, separated, and transition. Always remember, man, freedom ain't free. Always comes at a cost. Peace. Remember, we got a video dropping tomorrow, man. Go check out the video from the auto show. Give you boys some likes, some shares, some comments. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. Appreciate you guys. Peace. Ah.